Hey y'all, this is Kagome, and let's talk about dating. Do-do-do. Who likes to date? I like to date. We like to date. We all like to date. Yay! But not all the time, because sometimes we're broke. But let's get down to it. How much does dating cost nowadays? Yes, it can be expensive to date. It really can. But then again, hey, you can do what's known as budget dating, and you've all done this. Don't pretend you haven't. You've done it before. You didn't have any money. Basically, budget dating is when the two people have an understanding that they don't have a whole lot of money to be spending on one night out. So, we're just gonna keep it simple. And during this kind of date, what you do is you go somewhere, you go for a walk, like on the waterfront, or the park, or something like that. That's when you really get to know people on budget dates. And like you get ice cream or something like that, and he pays for the ice cream. And then like you can swing by the Red Box, get two movies, get like a comedy and a horror or something like that, and you get two movies, and you go back to the house. Or like before you go to the house, you swing by the grocery store and get a frozen pizza and some popcorn and some drink mix, and cook at home, and then you sit in the door and watch movies until the movies are over, and then you kick them out like, get out. So that's budget dating, which sometimes those can be the best dates, the cheaper dates. I guess I won't call them cheaper because sometimes they have more substance. I've been on a date where I just went out with a guy and we just walked on the waterfront and talked, and then we got in the car and talked, and he didn't come to my house because I didn't really want him in my house like that because I didn't know him. So we like sat in the parking lot and talked, and then he went home, and it was really nice. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And that night we didn't even buy anything. He got chili, he gave me his jacket, stuff like that, and it was like really sweet, and I enjoyed it a lot. The second kind of date is like the date you go on where you just got paid. Like both y'all just got paid, and we just gonna go out. We going out today. And he says, I'm paying. So he takes you to the movies. He takes you to the movies that night, so you don't have to go to the Red Box. And like y'all can go out to eat, but it's nothing expensive. Like y'all go somewhere like Spot and Grill or JB Burgers or something like that, and you get the food to go, and then you go sit at the park and eat and talk and stuff like that. Those are nice too. You know, it's one of those, you got a little extra cash today, so I'm gonna treat you out. That's one of those days. Those are nice too. Then there's that date for the, I guess the guys that, like those independent women that they want them to pay half of everything, which is not really a date. It's more like I'm just hanging out with my friend because y'all can do everything. Y'all can go to the movie like $12 a ticket, so he ain't got to worry about your movie. He just pays his movie. Y'all can go out to eat and pay like $20 for a meal, but you only paying for your meal, and he ain't, you doing your half. You know what I'm saying? You pay your half for the meal, you pay your half for the tip, you pay your half for the movie, you pay for the gas, meet them halfway, and all that stuff, which to me is not a date. It's just, we hanging out. I met this guy, and we hanging out, and I'm paying for me, and you paying for you, and we just like enjoying some time together, but that's it. I may or may not see you ever again, or we may just become friends. That's what that is. But like, he's still sweet to you and everything. I think that's the kind of date people like nowadays. So that'll cost you like maybe $30 or something. But that date, the other two dates are like a lot cheaper. Like the first date probably cost you like $12 for two people. $12. Oh yeah. Second date probably cost you like $30 for both of y'all. Two people. The third date will probably cost you like $35, something like that, for you, for one person. And then there's that I'm a baller and I'm about to try to impress you date. And like the guy comes out and picks you up, and he pays for everything, and y'all go out to eat to a nice place. Y'all go to the movies. Y'all stay out and y'all do like all kind of random stuff all day long, hanging out. Y'all probably hardly even like really have conversation or whatever. Y'all by the end of the night, you don't even know each other really. And then, like, he's walking you to your house, and it's like, so, can I come in? Yeah, that's my, hold on. I can't wait. So that's that date where, like, you feel like, oh, this is the best. He is like, he gonna pay for everything. He gonna treat me like a queen. But then it's like, hold up, you gotta give me the goods, because I just paid for all this. Don't expect to go nowhere with me, and I'm paying for all this stuff, and you ain't gonna give me none? Please. You know what I'm saying? That's those type of dates. I don't like them. I'd rather, if it's gonna be like that, I'd rather have, like, a date where I got to pay half of everything, and he just be like my friend or whatever. And then, like, look, some guys, a small amount of guys are like, we go out, I'll take you out on a date, and I'll pay for everything, you know, and he pays for everything, but it doesn't have to be, like, real expensive or anything like that. You go out to eat, you go sit down in a place, have a bite to eat, and talk, and go, you know, you can go to the movies, or wherever else y'all want to go, and at the end of the night, he does not expect anything from you. That is rare nowadays, so I hear. I haven't been on a lot of dates, so I know these are the type of things that are out there just by talking to different people. But yeah, he's a really sweet guy, and at the end of the night, he's like, okay, well, I'll see you, and I'll call you. You know, it's like that type of thing. That's really rare, and that's really special. If you get that, you better keep it. But there's nothing wrong with the other dates as long as you're happy with them. Like with the first date, you can't have one of those girls that's like, if you ain't taking me out to this fancy restaurant and blah, 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 I ain't going. You can't have one of those type of girls when you're dating on a budget. You can't do that. You gotta have somebody that understands what you're dealing with, the situation, you know what I mean? You need one of those girls. You can't, you just cannot do it. And, last, there's like that date that's not technically a date. It's like one of those after hours dates where you don't even go anywhere. The guy just comes over to your house and then he's like gone in 2 hours. Y'all know what I mean. You know that is not a date. That is not a date. Don't call it that. That's not what it is. Y'all know what it is. You know. I ain't got to say it. I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, that's it. That last date is free itself. You might have to stop by the corner store. He can pay for that. Anyway, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day, and if y'all think I'm wrong about this, let me know. If you think I'm right and you agree, click like and subscribe and all that other good stuff to my YouTube. It's Instagram on YouTube. So, bye!